What's up, my fellow creators? Welcome, guys. I hope you're having a beautifully, phenomenally blessed day. Thank you for joining me for a moment in Becky's House of Cards. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel down below, knowing that is a free way to support the channel, as well as connect me to your energy to get you out more resonating readings. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel further or getting a personal reading, that is all just in the description box down below. And I just want to thank you to anyone and everyone who has supported the channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Also, anyone and everyone who has donated, will donate it, or who has gotten a personal reading or is thinking about getting a personal reading. I'm truly honored, blessed, and privileged to share this space and this time with you guys on this journey. I do want to thank you to all my OGs, my new Gs, and anybody that allows me your most precious asset, your time. It's an honor, pleasure, blessing being here, giving you guys these messages. And my prayer, as always, is that any of the videos of mine that you watch fall upon your heart in a way that remind you to use your intuition, to use your discernment, to take back your power in this here, now, here moment, and make the decisions to live your best journey. So guys, today we are going down the rabbit hole with an energetic update. I haven't done this for a while. I like doing these, so you guys know I like doing certain types of readings on my channel, but I feel like it is time to get one of these out, so I'm going to go ahead and do that today. I'm going to do it a little bit different than what I have in the past. I'm going to get 2 cards from the big deck and 2 cards from the small deck, and then we'll get some messages to get you guys out and on your way. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, guys. Source, what's the energetic update for the collective watching this video? What is the energetic update for the collective watching this video, Source? Sounds like you guys were dealing with a cheater or someone who is very controlling, someone who wanted to have everything, and they wanted to control you, and they wanted to make sure that you were kind of in their court. And I feel like you guys actually walked away from that energy, and it forced you to grow spiritually into your emperor energy. You guys could have been dealing with an Aries. I'm getting a lot of Aryan energy coming out. It also could mean that you guys have embraced or embodied Aries energy and taking that directive change for yourself and beginning something new for yourselves, or really just pouring into something that you've had for a while. Okay, and Source is just wanting me to point this out because it seems like for a time you had lost your way. And when you had lost your way, like, you kind of felt like you had given up on your journey. And Source is saying that was part of your journey. That was part of the transformation. It was part of growing. It was part of becoming who you're meant to be throughout this whole time. Okay, this card wants to fall out. So let's get one more here. Source, what's the energetic update for the collective here? What other card do they need? Thank you. Okay. And we've got the 4 of coins on the bottom and the upright. We'll talk about that in just a minute. So I'm going to put these over here. Okay. Yeah, you guys want to be like that. I got you. Okay. Oh, they want me to shuffle. My bad. My bad. Look at that. Didn't I say you guys are dealing with maybe an Aries or embracing Aryan energy, and the Emperor's come out again? The Ace of Swords on the bottom here. Yes, it's in the reverse, but that's not the point. It's just Source saying, like, it's true. You guys have really put forth the effort for your journey. At one point, that may have been really hard for you guys. Okay, thank you, Source. So with the 4 of coins coming out here, it is showing me that this is in regards to your financial status and your stability in the 3D world. Your foundations are changing rapidly. Source, what other messages can we get for the collective for this energetic update? Okay. I want this one like that. What other messages for the collective in this energetic update, Source? One more. May I please have one more card for the collective in this energetic update? Okay. What do we have on the bottom over here? The 3 of Cups reversed. So yeah, okay. It forced you guys to look into why you were inviting in people who were taking advantage of you. And you realize that this had to do with a parental wound from the past. And you're realizing that you were putting stability into something that wasn't going to work for you, and instead you had to set very strong boundaries and say enough is enough, but this forced you to look deep within your emotional state and why it was that you were inviting in people who maybe didn't have the best intentions for you. Look at that. We have the Ace of Cups upright with the Ten of Swords reversed. We have the Page of Coins wanting to come out in the horizontal here. Okay. And the Three of Coins here. Beautiful. So the energetic update here is that Source is going to offer you love. However, some of you guys are going to see this as not enough. Okay, and I don't want you guys to get discouraged. For those of you that have done a lot of work, I feel like this is actually clarifying. There's two groups of individuals here. There are some of you guys that have very much taken this journey seriously, and you guys have really put in the work. You guys have done the shadow work. You've done the journaling. You've sat with yourself in the deepest, darkest parts of yourself. Like I said, you had to with the Seven of Cups over here. You really had to sit with the part of yourself that you didn't want to, and why it was you were inviting in love in situations and trying to build stable situations with people who just didn't want to give to you. And many of you guys found deep within that your sexual life and your romantic life was actually connected to parental neglect, and you guys realized you were living that over and over again. And there are others of you guys that, I don't want to sound insensitive, but I know there's no way to say this in a way that is like, I'm going to try to say it as nice as I can. The reason why the Page of Coins is here in the horizontal is because Source is saying for some of you guys, you're going to realize it may seem like a small offer, but that offer is going to be much more stable than anyone else has offered you, and you're going to allow them to build, and they're going to turn into something that you didn't realize. And I feel like this is going to be a cup of love here. For others of you guys, you're going to see it as not enough, and that's because you haven't taken the time to do the journey. It's like you guys are the group that's obsessed with tarots. And you guys are obsessed with always watching tarot. Like, you don't, not even just once a day. Like, I'm talking about the group of you guys that are watching it 10, 12, 13, 14 times a day. Like, you spend 3, 4 hours, 6 hours watching tarot. It's like you have a question that pops up, and instead of sitting with yourself and trying to find that question with self, you're actually finding yourself going on and asking tarot, what do I do? What do I do? And you're having a hard time finding that exact question, because that exact question is meant for you to find the answer within and not to rely on an outside source to get that information. Okay, and again, I'm not trying to sound insensitive here. I'm just saying this is Source's message. They wanted this Page of Coins to come out in the horizontal. They want both scenarios to be mentioned on this particular video. So it's not going to be love for everybody. You all are going to get the same offer, right? Everybody on this video, you all are going to get the same offer. But some of you guys are so stuck in it has to be so-and-so. It has to be this way. It has to be this way. It has to go the way that I say it has to go. And you're bringing yourself up into this energy of being exhausted and worn out. And it's overwhelming. And the reason it's so overwhelming is because you're not letting go of a belief. You're not letting go of an ideal, right? You have romanticized a portion of your life saying it has to be Susan from down the road, or it has to be Billy from over here. It has to be them. And if it's not them, then, you know, who am I? And you guys, this is also saying for the ones that want they want to mention that it's in the reversal for. They're saying that these are those of you that are so stubborn. You're so stuck in being stubborn, like you know everything. Okay, and again, this sounds so insensitive, but they are very, very forceful about this right now, making sure that this comes across. And some of you guys are going to be very upset about this because you don't want to deal with the realistic views that are here. It's like you can't just sit and meditate and hope that this person is going to see you. You also cannot put the work in just so that this person sees you. At what point are you going to put yourself first? because your end goal is this relationship, this union, this ultimate love that everybody talks about, because that makes you feel special. And in truth, it's not about being special or being better than anybody else. It's about finding yourself and putting yourself first. And that's why I love that the Ace of Cups was the first card to come out. And I love that it's in the upright, because my Ace of Cups talks about union with Source. You see how this cup looks like a cathedral? It's because this cup, that those of you that are getting given, and you guys are going to see the person who's putting in the effort. Right? You're going to see the person who's putting in this effort, because you've come into union with Source. You don't need this person, but there are others of you that feel like you need a person, and it's not this person. And so you get bored with this person and you discard them. Look, still coming out horizontally when I drop that card. Like, I'm sorry that there's two meanings here, guys, but Source is bringing it out. So for those of you that have done the work, the reason you're getting this Ace of Cups energy here is because you're exhausted. You're exhausted from dealing with this connection. You're exhausted from dealing with these bunk ass connections that have come into your life. And energetically, you've focused on, why am I feeling trapped? And you've completed the cycle, right? You're not going back into a reversal of fortune, which is what those of you guys who have not done the work, you're going back into a reversal of fortune, not realizing that you have an opportunity to change at any one given moment, okay? And it may seem like this is being rude. I get it, guys. Sometimes we need a swift kick in the rear. I've been there. I've been stubborn. I have been the one that's like, I'm only doing the healing for this union. I'm only doing the healing so that this other person can heal, because that was easier than looking at myself in the mirror. And then Source forced me into a situation where I had to finally take accountability for how I was showing up, not only in this connection, but how I was showing up in life, how I was showing up for my healing. And when that happened, my whole life changed, and my whole belief changed on what a relationship should be. So for those of you that have done the work, you guys are going to get this connection, this collaboration. So who's coming in? They may not be a romantic love. This may just be somebody who's going to help you build and help encourage you to build, right? Not anybody can do everything alone. I feel like those of you guys that are really poured into your healing, it feels very lonely. You've been alone on this journey for a long time, and Source is saying you've done so much that you guys don't deserve to be alone anymore. And Source saying, for those of you that haven't done the healing, you have something more to look at within. This is that parental neglect. How were you when you were a child? What kind of love were you receiving as a child? What kind of love weren't you receiving as a child? And I hear some of you, I already looked at that. Do you see that resistance though? It's like you're already in this like energy of like, shut the hell up. And that's not healing. To be healed means you're willing to listen to all aspects of somebody that's trying to give you guidance, or somebody that's channeling Source. You're willing to look at all aspects of that and say, hey, you know what? Maybe I haven't looked in deep enough to find my own expansion, my own growth, to overcome, to find balance with myself, to grow on that balance. Because for many of you guys, you have, and you're realizing, for those of you that have, that your financial stability has actually been connected this whole time to this broken heart that you had when you were a child. Okay? And it has nothing to do with, oh, once you heal this, oh, now you're going to have this beautiful financial abundance. No, what ends up happening is it's like all of a sudden you start to see this slow trickle, and then it's like a snowball, right? It's like a snowball effect. You get a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit over here, a little bit here, and then all of a sudden it starts rolling, and as it's rolling, it's growing and growing and growing and growing. And you guys are going to find something deep in there. There are many of those that are watching that are very jealous. There's a deep jealousy that's coming out right now. I can feel it in my gut. In my gut, guys. Like, it's like, hold on, let me take a breath. There is some of you guys that are jealous, thinking that there are people out there who have what it is that you're so desperately clinging onto and thinking that there's something wrong with you, and so you need to be jealous of them because you're not where they're at. And I'm just gonna tell you guys, your journey is so different than theirs, and it's not fair for you to compare yourself to anybody else. And it's not fair to that person, especially if somebody has done the work and you're just starting. You can't compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 30. Just like that, if you were on chapter 30, you wouldn't want someone to compare their chapter 1 to your chapter 30 when you're over there like, look, boo, I get it, but this has taken a long time for me to get here. Okay, so I just want you guys to know that jealousy that's coming out right now, that you guys feel bubbling up from within, that is a clear indication of the resistance that you've had to your own journey. And Source is trying to highlight that right now so that you guys can overcome that. And that is like holding on to a grudge. It's like being married to a grudge. The reason you're not inviting in the love that you want in your life is because you're being married to this grudge. The reason you're not inviting in the financial independence that you want in your life is because you're holding on to this jealous grudge, thinking that somebody has something that you do not. You know what? If Source gave us everything the next day after we asked for it, none of us would have anything. Even the people who have worked hard for what they have. Why? Because we would not be prepared for it. There is an anointing process, and that means that you guys have to go from step A to step B to step C sometimes back to step B, so that you could go back to step C to D. Okay, and that's the journey. Look, intuition on the bottom. This is basically Source saying, yep, that's what's out. Okay, cats represent the underworld. Cats represent that darkness that you need to embody, that you need to embrace. Some of you guys aren't even coming into connection, contact, or union with your own intuitive energy because you're so hell-bent and stuck on what the world is saying that you have to have. You know, and that's why I don't say labels on my channel. The reason I don't is because the whole world is feeding into everybody's fear of not having the partner that they think they deserve, the soulmate that they think that they deserve in life. Okay, and that the point of us living on earth is not to come into union with a physical being. It is to come into union with God, with Source, with the universe. There's a love that's waiting to embrace you, that is far deeper than anything anybody can offer you in this physical plane. Okay, so it's time for you to connect. If you guys see a lot of cats, it means that Goddess Bastet, if you guys work with gods and goddesses, Goddess Bastet is trying to connect with you and help you find balance with your feminine energy that's connected to your sacral chakra. And if your guys' sacral chakra is out of balance, you guys will not come into union with any kind of relationship that is balanced. It will be a physical manifestation of what's going on internally. It's important for you guys to ground yourself. We have number 7, armadillo, groundedness. This is connected to your root chakra, right? 7 is the number of luck, right? But in this, for some of you guys, luck, if you change what it is that you're doing, many of you guys are coming into a state of transformation. And so they're saying that you're raising your vibration, and it's important for you guys to spend time grounding your energy so that you don't get too spacey. Right? When we raise our vibration, sometimes we have a tendency to get very spacey. And so Source is saying stay grounded. For those of you that are working and that haven't done the deep, deep work, again, I'm not here trying to call you guys out. I'm here trying to help you guys take that next step so that you can come into deep, unconditional love. And Source is saying here, to get grounded, you guys are spending so much time in your head romanticizing things that you're not grounding into the physical reality, what it is that you really truly want. Like, it's like being obsessed with the idea of love has actually drawn you away from your dreams. Okay, and you could say, but Becky, my dream is to have romantic love. Okay, that's a dream, but what's your dream? Right? Do you dream of being a singer? Do you dream of being a writer? Do you dream of being an artist? Do you dream of being just whatever it is? Maybe you guys want to do metal work, or you guys want to build cars, you know, like there's all kinds of things that are waiting for you guys. With Dreamtime Creation coming out on the bottom, I can't. And then we have love, compassion beneath that, guys. And this is not about coming into love. This is about self-love. This love card is all about self-love. And I think people don't believe me. And I don't generally do this. But right now, I feel like it's important to read to you guys. Because I get this energy, again, the resistance coming through. Like, no, it's about romantic love. It's like, no, guys. This card is not about romantic love. And again, I'm not here trying to call anybody out. I'm just trying to open your guys' mind to something. And it's up to you guys to interpret that as you see fit. It says in this beautiful image, we see hands reaching towards each other through a heart. The green field surrounding them is the color of the fourth, or the heart chakra. It's when we feel love in our heart center that we not only naturally emit the healing energy of compassion, but we also attract love and compassion. It says studies by the Heart Math Institute reveal that the electrical signals from the heart are up to 60 times stronger than the brain's. So they're saying, again, coming out of the mind and into your heart is so important for you guys. The magnetic field is as much as 5,000 times more powerful. It's a given that our thinking patterns affect our feelings and in turn our reality. What we put out, whether it's love, fear, empathy, sadness, and so forth, contains an incredible amount of power to shape and influence our reality. When the focus of our attention and intention is love and compassion, right? And compassion is acceptance. Acceptance of all things as they are, all people as they are in this now moment. We recognize no separation between self and the other. It says all wounds stem from the illusion of separation from source and all of creation. What did I say? This is about coming into union with source, not with a physical person. The route to healing this wound is through cultivating love and compassion for every being on this planet, including yourself. Not a bland standard of unquestioned acceptance, but a heartfelt sense of profound relatedness to whatever you perceive as apart from yourself. True compassion requires not only the feeling of warmth that emanates when you are in touch with your heart center, but an acts of kindness, even if this simply means being a fully attentive listener. Respect the fact that your heart is a giver and a receiver. These energies are best sensed by attending to the steady flow of your breathing while also noticing your heart area. Righteousness, fear, anger, and judgment are some common ways to block your natural desire to love. Forgiveness is not only letting go of judgment, but also seeing through the illusion that you and all that is are separate. Look about you and inside of you and do your best to love whatever you see. Okay, guys, like I can't get more real than that. This is truly, again, confirmation that Source is saying it's time for you guys to connect with Source. That is all that is. You guys are so hell-bent on having this other person, this partner for life, that you're missing the deeper sense of what this journey is truly all about. Finding a sense of self and connecting with Source. It's time for you to emerge. Emerge, spread your wings and fly. You know, dragonflies are a symbol of luck, right? So allow yourself to emerge, allow yourself to come through, allow yourself to come forth. This was actually really great reading, guys, even for those of you not really focused on the work at this time, but more focused on finding a partner. Stop listening to all of the tarot readers that are saying you're coming into union right now. I'm not saying that they're not right. Okay, I just want you guys to understand there is a huge portion of people that are playing on your fear of being alone, and you've never not once been alone on this journey. Can you connect with Source and realize that you are a part of all that is? Many leaves and one tree. We are all connected together. That's where this compassion love comes from. I was going to draw more, but they want me to stop here. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Until we meet each other again. Mwah. Peace out. I love y'all. Bye.